My name is Crystal T. Cat, and today I'm doing another try video. And today I'm going to be trying caviar. And I'm not going to be trying no fancy like beluga caviar. I'm just going to be trying the basic store-bought caviar. You know, if you want me to try beluga caviar, you can send it to me, and it's like pay for it, and I'll be more than grateful to try it. But the first thing we're going to do is like open it up, and that's what it looks like on the inside. And they say like when you eat it, not to eat it with like metal spoons. You're supposed to eat it either with a spoon made out of pearl or a spoon made out of shell, or like one that's plated in 24 karat gold, which I actually happen to have because my neighbor lady gave me this spoon as a gift. It's supposed to be a teaspoon, but it's like I'm going to be using it for the caviar. They say you're supposed to put it on you and you're supposed to like eat it off of yourself, but I'm not doing that because I don't want caviar all over me because that's weird. It's got kind of a salty, briny taste to it. Not necessarily bad, but then it's got this kind of like texture from the caviar that's kind of like, you know, how do you explain it, like kind of bump, like, you know, like a bumpy texture to it. I don't like it's good, but like I said, I wouldn't seek it out and like just buy it and that, because it's, you know, not like it's one of those special occasion type things that you maybe have once in a while, or if you eat it at a party, at somebody else's party that they're having it. But everybody thinks that beluga caviar is actually the most expensive caviar, but it's not. It's actually like the grill caviar from Australia. And the reason it's so expensive because it comes from an albino sturgeon and it comes out in white. And, you know, they have to special breed it. And, you know, that will set you around like maybe like $100,000 for like, you know, an 8-ounce jar. Whereas the beluga will maybe set you around for like a 1-ounce jar, like $1,000. They also have snail caviar, which, you know, it's like they say it's completely different taste, like from what I've read from the internet. The like caviar like this has got more of a briny, salty taste, whereas like the snail caviar has got more like a woody mushroom taste, and it's relatively new, like them harvesting like snail caviar, and that. But you can find it on the internet if you want to buy it, and that. And then the next thing we're going to try it on is egg, because I got lots of different ways here for you that they said recommended trying it on the internet. So I'm going to try a little bit of each. I'm not going to eat all of this. I'm just going to be eating like little bits and pieces and bites and that. And the most expensive egg that they have is like for actually hatching is like the flamingo egg, and that will set you around $1,500. And then it's going to be the white peacock eggs, and that's going to set you know like $1,000. Same difference, you know, but you know. Those are like the most rarest type of ones because they have to be specially bred and that. So let's try it like this. I actually kind of like that. It's kind of weird to have egg on top of egg, but you know, that is what it is. But also the most expensive egg to actually eat is like the egg that's in this restaurant called Masik's, and it's in Santa Monica, California. And it's like, it's set you around $95. And it's in Santa Monica, California, and it's basically like where they take the egg yolk and then they cook the egg yolk and then they whip the egg, like the egg white, and they separate and they whip them around, and then they cook it together, you know. But you know, I'm probably never gonna go to Santa Monica, California, so I'm not too worried about it because you know it is, you know, no, I have no reason to go there. The next way I'm gonna try it is with like a cucumber, like, and they have and then you say they use your creme fraiche, but it's like I don't, you know, creme fraiche is just a fancy way of saying like, you know, fancy sour cream. So basically I use like cream cheese, like a dill flavor, and I put it on top of the right here on top of the cucumber. I really like this. This is actually really good. You know, if I was rich and it's like I had a lot of free time, this is probably how I would eat this. I'm probably gonna eat the whole entire thing. And they also recommend trying it on toast. This is like probably not exactly toast. It's kind of like a rusk, which is like a thing that I get from this Dutch bakery. And they have me and my mom once in a while, and it's like that's what they say to try it with this. I don't know if that's like they said to try it with anything else, but I'm just gonna try it with the toast. I don't really mind that too much. It's like it's pretty good for what it is. They also say that you're supposed to drink it with like some wine, but, or not wine like champagne. But I don't really like champagne, so I got some sparkling wine. And the brand it is like La Mocha. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not really sure, but that's what they said, is to drink it with some champagne or some, like, you know. But I'm drinking it with sparkling wine, so c'est la vie. And then the other way they say to try it with like the things called like what they called. They're called blitzes, and basically all blitzes is like a mini pancake. Yeah, but this is what I'm gonna try it on. These are like actually like Swedish pancakes from Linz, and it's like I can tell you right now, making this pancake was trial and error, because you have to mix it with milk, and then you have to like put like an egg in it, and then you have to stir it up, and when you put it in the pan, it comes out really thin. So then it spreads out, and it's like I had really hard time actually getting like a completely round pancake. I actually ended up having to cut them out in this shape because I could not get one round pancake, not one. So let's try it this way. No, doesn't add the pancake doesn't add or take anything away to it. It's kind of just there. If that makes any sense? It's just there, you know. And the next way I'm going to try it is on a cracker. And these are actually like Dutch crackers. And that I like. That I get in a Dutch store in like Sioux Center. Right here, and they're called Valkryp. And they're called shuttles in Dutch. And then it's called kaas en unie, which means like cheese and onion. And that's what that looks like. And like these crackers I get like once in a while when we're in that area, but not very often. I actually really like this. I like this on this like cheese and onion flavor. It actually, the cheese and the onion flavor adds like a little bit extra to the caviar, and the caviar adds a little extra to the cracker. I kind of like it that way. But the most expensive cracker that was ever sold was for $23,000. And the main reason it was so expensive is that the Titanic, it was from the Spillers and Bakers pipit crackers, and it was on the Titanic. And the person that was on the rescue boat, like sailing away from the Titanic, it's like they took the crackers with them, and it's like somehow they got found again, but they had kept it as a souvenir. But that's the most expensive cracker ever sold. It's like $23,000, and it's sold to somebody in Greece, who I guess like buying expensive crackers that they can't eat and just look at, you know. But good for them. And then the next way I'm going to try is on this rosemary cracker. And that just broke on me. But, you know, doesn't make a difference because, and I have like, on here like, you know, they're supposed to say you're supposed to use creme fraiche, but creme fraiche is just a basic fancy way of saying like sour cream, like expensive sour cream. But but instead I use like Hy-Vee, like, whipped cream cheese. Because basically it's the same difference. Not too bad, you know. Maybe I would probably eat it this way if I was going to eat it, you know. But like I said, it is what it is. You know, it's not too bad. And the other way that I'm going to try it is like on a potato chip, because I recommend trying it on a potato chip. But the potato chips that I use are like the sea salt, like Cape Cod ones. These are my favorite potato chips in the whole entire world, but I only get small bags, because if I get a big bag of potato chips, I'm going to eat them all. So I kind of like that. But like I said, it's like one thing I'm afraid about is like liking this is because it's like, you know, it's like an expensive snack, and it'd probably be like something that I would get once in a while just as a special like treat, because I don't have money for this kind of stuff, you know. The only reason I got any of this stuff is because it's like I shop at this place called World Market in Omaha, and it's like they had this special where I got this special coupon where if you spent $25 on food, you got like a $5 off. So I bought a bunch of different foods that I've never tried before, and this is one of the things that I grabbed. And I'm going to take one more sip of this. And the next thing I'm going to try is on a Belgian waffle. And these are my favorite Belgian waffles, and they're from Oak Run like Farms Bakery. And then they come like in a package like this, and I just stick them in the toaster and heat them up. And I just like, you know, eat them with a little bit of butter and that. But this is like my favorite thing, and I'm going to try it with this. I'd say it's like a really interesting taste. It's kind of got like a sweet and like salty taste to it because of the pretzel beans, or for the Belgian waffles, really sweet, and the caviar is really salty. But it's got a really interesting taste to it. I wouldn't say that I would do that all the time. Like I said, maybe if I was rich and I had money, I would do that. but otherwise I wouldn't. You know, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like once in a while type thing. And the next way I'm going to try is on this cracker with prosciutto, because they recommend trying it with prosciutto. And the prosciutto that I used was, I can't remember the brand right now, but it's like, basically, I think prosciutto is one of my favorite things too, but I only get it once in a while, because it's like, it's a special treat. And so it's like, it's not something that I get all the time. It's just once in a while, you know, when I want a Christmas snack or something like that, or birthday snack. So let's try it this way. Making a mess right now. That's the biggest letdown about this caviar is that it's kind of messy. But, I kind of like this. But like I said, it's like, again, it's like, this is just going to be a special treat, and it's like, I'll probably, like, be a long time before I buy this ever again. Because this jar set me back, like, you know, before, like, the sale, like, $7.99 for that jar. Like I said, caviar is expensive, and it's like, it's expensive because it comes from a fish, and they have to farm it, and they have to do all this stuff, and it's like, sturgeons, I believe, are kind of like heading towards the endangered species list, but I'm not really sure. I don't know if this is sturgeon caviar or not, but it's like, you know, it doesn't really say, but I'm sure there's a lot more different ways to try that, but caviar, but those were the main ones that I found out and tried and that for you guys. And like I said, it's not bad, but it's like one of those things where I think it'll only get once in a while as a special gift, like maybe around Christmas, where you can share it with your friends, or like something like that. But like I said, I wouldn't do it like all the time unless you were rich. And even then, I don't even think I would really do it all the time, because, you know, I'm old school. I come from like, you know, middle class family, and we don't do fancy stuff. And it's like, maybe if we go somewhere, we'll try fancy stuff, but otherwise, it's like we don't do fancy stuff. And that's just what it is, you know. But like I said, I just did this just so I could try it and experience one time. But maybe the next time I'm someplace nice, you know, or somewhere, or at a nice party, I would try it, you know. But it's like, it would be only a special occasion thing. And I think this stuff keeps for only 3 days after opening it. So that means I'm probably going to have to eat it right away or share it with other people. And I'm pretty sure most of the people in my apartment are not going to want to try this, because they're like all like, their basic like fancy meat is like Spam. So, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you have any suggestions, like, for different things to try, just do them in the YouTube comment, or do it on my Facebook. Some people know my Facebook, which is, you know, and that. But, like I said, if you want to send me anything, just send me a message on Facebook or on YouTube. And then, like, my only request is that it has to be pre-packaged and non-perishable. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a nice day, and like, do what you're going to do. Thanks. Bye.